I have a story time about writing a book that I barely remember writing and integrating it for the last 2 years, and now coming full circle and completely understanding what that book was about, what it meant, and how it's playing out in my life now. And it is a crazy story. It really is. So I've talked about this before on here. I went through an experience of a traumatic brain injury. My nurse was exposed to a neurotoxin. Anyway, I call it an upgrade now. I no longer call it an injury because I feel like it changed absolutely everything in my life. And when I was really in the midst of this and I was doing a lot of healing, I was spending a lot of time alone and really inside of myself. And I was very far removed from the 3D reality. In fact, I would say that I was probably in the 5D reality and beyond. I was cruising between different timelines and different dimensions, and I was learning different things and meeting different characters and meeting different archetypes through history. It was really incredible. And my consciousness kept taking me to a place where I felt like it was my true abundance. It felt like the reality that I would choose if I was in my dream life. And I felt it, I embodied it, I knew exactly what that felt like in my body and in my senses. But then I would ask my guides, like, how do I realize this? How do I bring this into my form now? And that's when this whole book came to me. And this book was called Reality Recode. I believe that it ended up being kind of a portal. So I think that we can do things the long way, right? We can go through time, space, reality in the cadence that it already is, or we can take shortcuts by doing timeline jumping. And I think that's exactly what happened. It was not an easy integration. I'm going to tell you, I'm still kind of unfolding in this, but it literally took me out of my 9 to 5, my struggle reality, and put me into a place where I'll post some pictures before. I live in a beautiful little mountain town. I live by a lake. I'm just immersed in nature. Every day my life is a lot slower, a lot quieter, a lot more intentional. I didn't know that that was my idea of heaven. I didn't know that that was where my abundance would come through, but it was. And it all started really with this Reality Recode book. So the reason that I brought this up is because I also had a lot of other people purchase it and have had similar experiences. So over the last 2 years, I've had people reach out to me and go, what happened? What was that? And I'm like, yeah, you and me both. I feel like it was a complete recoding activation when I read it, and it's a very short little read. It's an ebook. So in celebration of it being 2 years and now kind of having a better understanding of the bigger picture of it, I have brought it out of the vault and I want to offer it to everyone. I feel like we're